I'm going to be reading two more from the Operation Encore files. This file I'm going to read is 2 pages long. It's called Khalid al-Mihdhar and Nawaf al-Hazmi told Modar Abdullah, wait and see what Osama bin Laden will do inside the United States. And I'm going to put myself up here, make myself just a little bit bigger, but I want you to read it. I'll make myself disappear. It says here, approximately 1 year after the 9/11 terrorist attacks, Redacted learned that just before Khalid al-Mihdhar and Nawaf al-Hazmi left San Diego area, they told Redacted, wait and see what Osama bin Laden, what he will do inside the United States. On a separate occasion, Redacted, Modar Abdullah, also said the last thing Nawaf al-Hazmi and Khalid al-Mihdhar said to Modar was wait and see what Osama bin Laden, what he will do inside the United States. Redacted believes Modar Abdullah conveyed the story to him prior to 9/11, but is not completely sure. Redacted opined that because Adnan was not supportive of Osama bin Laden, two hijackers probably told this directly to Modar Abdullah and then related to blank. Redacted stated provided blank electronic mail address in Bahrain as redacted. Now, what does this mean? Well, it means that the attacks itself were premeditated, and that Khalid al-Mihdhar and Nawaf al-Hazmi, who were the first two selected hijackers for the planes operation, that they knew what was going to happen. Now, how did they know? More so than the muscle hijackers, because, and a lot of people tend to forget this or do not know about it, Khalid al-Mihdhar and Nawaf al-Hazmi were chosen to be pilots for Flight 77, the one that crashed into the Pentagon. But because they didn't take their English classes, they couldn't go to airline classes. They got lazy. And then later on, they were replaced with Hani Hanjour. Or was it really the sixth hijacker that was on board that plane, as stated by their flight attendant, Renee May, who told her mother on the plane, Ma, I think there's 6 hijackers on the plane. It also shows that, they weren't very secretive. Now, for example, Nawaf al-Hazmi was hired at Sam's Start Mart, which is located in Orange County, California. Sam Mustafa, who owned the Start Mart, was later interviewed by the FBI about his vitriol for the West and how the United States should be attacked by bin Laden, and he praised bin Laden and all this, right? Nawaf al-Hazmi told associates there that worked there that something big was going to happen in the next couple of months. This is just when Khalid al-Mihdhar was coming back to the United States after visiting his pregnant wife in Yemen. And I think this was June or July of 2001. I think it was July 2001. Incidentally, when Khalid al-Mihdhar came back from Yemen, Nawaf al-Hazmi and Khalid al-Mihdhar were placed on the terrorist watch list. But what does it matter? But Nawaf al-Hazmi wasn't very careful, and neither was Khalid al-Mihdhar in this regard about telling others about what was going to happen. Now, the FBI did interview people at Sam's Start Mart, and they all basically said, the ones that were associates to al-Mihdhar and al-Hazmi, they both said that, yes, he did warn of the 9/11 attacks that were going to come. Now, this other file I'm going to read is called King Fahd Mosque Member Takes Khalid al-Mihdhar and Nawaf al-Hazmi to Mediterranean Gourmet Restaurant. And this file is pretty wild because this is where the meeting takes place between al-Hazmi, al-Mihdhar, and Omar al-Bayoumi, in which when the 9/11 Commission told, when they interviewed al-Bayoumi, al-Bayoumi told them, the FBI, he told them that he was in a restaurant and walked in al-Hazmi, al-Mihdhar, and he's never seen them before. But how did al-Mihdhar and al-Hazmi know about the restaurant? Well, we're going to find out. And this is all redacted. Blank was tasked by Fahad al-Thumeri, the King Fahd Mosque Imam, to assist Nawaf al-Hazmi and Khalid al-Mihdhar while they were in Los Angeles. Blank described the hijackers as two very significant people, blank, stated that he needed to bring al-Hazmi and al-Mihdhar to the Mediterranean gourmet restaurant located on Venice Boulevard in Los Angeles. When blank stated why he was taking al-Hazmi and al-Mihdhar to that restaurant, because the food was not very good and the service was poor, blank stated he just needed to take them there. Blank, that people would go to that restaurant to have private meetings. Now, that's really interesting because for those who are in the know and want to know more about how al-Hazmi and al-Mihdhar knew to get to that restaurant, since they don't speak English and don't know the area well, someone had to show them. And there you have proof. Now, the FBI didn't release this information until the signing of Executive Order 14040, which was Operation Encore under the Biden administration. And this is a really big revelation because somebody from the mosque showed al-Hazmi and al-Mihdhar how to get there. Right? How did they get there? Imagine you're in a land, you don't speak the language, you don't know where you're going. How did they get to that restaurant? I mean, it's amazing to me that, the FBI at the time either didn't mention this to al-Bayoumi, how'd they know to get there? Or did they ask him that? And that was classified. But why? Because it would show that somebody from the Saudi mosque, someone high up like Fahad al-Tamari, had known about al-Hazmi and al-Mihdhar, know about their intentions, know where they were coming from, which goes back to that informant who overheard the phone call from Malaysia from a person named Khalid to Fahad al-Tamari to expect two brothers to come to the United States. Well, guess who came from Malaysia to the United States? Khalid al-Mihdhar and Nawaf al-Hazmi. Later on, Khalid al-Mihdhar would confide to Abdus Sheikh, who was an FBI informant, but not known to al-Mihdhar and al-Hazmi, that when they got off the plane, they thought they were being followed. They most likely were, because guess who knew about al-Hazmi and al-Mihdhar being in Malaysia? The CIA. That's who. Well, all right, guys. Big revelations there, right there. And thank you very much for tuning in. And see you in the next video, everybody.